HTV. Big Brother House. This is Emma Freeman.
Here we go.
This is the Ari Late Show.
Welcome to the evening edition of Emma. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, introducing the father of the bride.
Best live stream.
So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am, as Simon announced, the father of the bride, and I understand that there has been some trepidation about the father of the bride to speak. But I have been given plenty of advice, a few ultimatums, and strict instructions on levels of embarrassment, bad language, and political content. So I can tell you that there are actually only 3 S words, 6 Bs, 1 F, a Brexit, 1 Barnard Castle, and 2 Fleet High Street destinations. These are all in the open section, and you'll safely pass them now. Apart from the few mildly embarrassing stories, which just trust me on. So before we move on, we have a quick telegram to deal with, which was delivered by a rather waxy-looking owl quite recently. It says House Freeman. We can work out how to open these things.
So this is what we catch.
Here we go. And so you may want to look inside there. You may not. The scroll, which I haven't actually read, so I can say anything. So, we're on now. Are we finished? Should have prepared this earlier. Hang on, just you can see it. You unscroll, scroll, so I'm going to read Here we go. Carefully burned around the edges with Bushman's delicate cigarette. So this is called the Ode upon the Establishment, House Freeman. In 2020, Jess and Em made the family proud of them. They named the date and made the stick though pixies played at every trip. A beastly boat, at home they're stuck. That could have been such rotten luck, but Em and Jess made it again. Never once so the same. They bopped around their sitting room, entertaining us on Zoom, with time-lapse action, ups and downs, and close-ups of their frowns like clowns. We're down to 30, 15, 10, and that includes the serving men. They hung in there as guest list dwindled. If we just need 2, and love is kindled. The bludgers blushed, but nothing daunted, a diamond on one finger flaunted. We'll catch that snitch and make it gold, make wedding rings and spells that hold. Their broomsticks flew through plague and strife, and now behold them, man and wife. The freeman wins the game of life. What others think, it doesn't matter. The freemans care not for muggles' chatter. We don't expect an easy ride, but when you're flying by my side, through thick and thin, each day's a win. With pixies laughing from our Christmas tree, each year you'll know that maybe for me. That came from the Devon Pixies, I believe.
Same as Carol.
piece of string that I've got before, so we'll worry about that later. So, thank you to Auntie Carol.
Thanks, Carol.
Thank you, Carol. That's perfectly.
That's why there's no feathers left on my dress.
Well, don't worry about that, my daughter's. But yes, right, so.
Oh,
It's like the ones from Knockoffs. Yeah, sorry, that.
Stop back. So I'd like to everyone, I'd like to welcome everyone to the exclusive after party. We're breaking the tradition and holding it a year before the main party. As a cost-saving exercise. And I am looking to get change from the £50 note I left behind the bar. So my first thanks go to the bridesmaid. I know the cost saving there, although we would like the rest of the time. The bridesmaid and best man, and I'd like to thank them for their support today to the bride and groom, and also for looking after them during their stag and hen do's. Though I am annoyed that one of my sons was fatally stabbed by the green fly during the escape room adventure, I am pleased to say he now made a rapid immunity. I'd like to make a special mention to the group's parents, to Karen and Tim. Without whose contribution, this event would not have been possible today, but more about this later. I'd like to welcome the bride and groom's siblings and their better halves. I'm having a hard time improvement because I've often complained to in the years the originals. The usher's jobs were made significantly easier by the COVID restrictions. Neither of them having to ask any bride or groom. I need to mention everyone who isn't here, grandparents, uncles, aunts, friends far and near. I wasn't quite out of range on this, but I've got to keep this down to 10 minutes, so we'll do that another time. We need to make a special mention to our guest of honour, Emma's Aunt Catherine, who has the unenviable task of representing all the people we wanted to invite, and those who felt obliged. I'll leave you to guess which she felt into. But obviously, circumstances relegated most of these to our online audience, who we wisely decided not to invite through Zoom so they can just watch and listen. Catherine's responsibility is a heavy one, but please remember about we want to get change from the bar afterwards. Finally, we need to welcome the bride's mother, my beautiful wife, Beverly, who has organised today's event with as much help from me as she received 28 years ago. And I was there to start to kick things off, and then at the end to take a few photographs and to show off my beautiful daughter and take all the credit. In between times, I was kept out of the way and did what I was told, or she did the impulse. No heckling, please. Have you seen the size of this one?
What is up? What size is that? That's less than 8. That's 4.
You can read it here. So
What are you doing?
I typed it bigger when I printed it.
Right, I see it's zoomed in.
So on to the bride. So Emma arrived in the early evening of February 14th, 1992. I can't remember what time because the thing that was up on her bedroom wall has disappeared. time was born? No, I'm doing it. About 3 minutes to 6, yeah. I know that. Barely allowing time for the car engine to cool after the braking drive through Milton Keynes' favourite roundabout. After Beverly uttered those immortal words, I think the baby's coming. Now! But having that little bundle of joy placed in my arms was the best Valentine's present anyone could ever ask for. I think we can make some small comment about all birthday parties and not to say Beverly out on Valentine's Day. With the big brother on the way, the big brother already in place, and another one arriving a few years later. We've always tried to treat our kids the same, give them the same encouragement and opportunities, not putting arbitrary limits in their way or pushing them in any particular direction. So Emma did do ballet, and Jamie did do badminton for a while. Sam, on the other hand, mostly had to tag along with other things he was doing. But that's what happens to third children. There's just not enough parents to go around. Football was... Third children are. So football was the mainstay of our children's early years. And we tried to treat them equally in this, as in all things. So with Jamie, we drop him off at training, pick him up on a Saturday, take him to matches on Sunday, shout for him from the touchline, and try to keep quiet about why the manager's son had been picked as the captain again, despite Jamie's qualities. It was the same with Sam, training one day, match another, though he didn't seem to get the captain's arm that often. And so when Emma announced that she wanted to play football, I went on an FA coach's training course, set up the first girls' squad in our football team, managed everything. It is quite a small project. Organised the training sessions on Saturdays, managed the matches on Sundays. And, but that's what's the place in January.
You did a lot for Emma in comparison.
Oh, you're captain.
He's captain as well.
Well, family place is alright.
Penalty taker, corner taker. Goal kick taker, free kick taker.
But it becomes hard because sometimes it takes a bit more effort to give one of your children the same opportunities as the others. And it did mean to get to choose a captain every week.
What'd you say?
I admired Emma's spirit and determination during our footballing years. She ran around the pitch non-stop from kick-off to full-time, even though we usually came second. Mainly because there were only 2 teams on the pitch. And she was surprisingly tolerant of the weaker players and did her best to encourage them, even rather than letting into them for being so bad.
I'm glad you said that.
I do. The thing I remember most about her were her goal-winning throw-ins. She could launch the ball from the touchline to the middle of the goal, so as long as someone touched it, or ran into it, or bounced off the back of the head, before it crossed the line, then it counted. After football, our children's biggest love of their childhood came into existence: athletics. Jamie accidentally discovered that he could throw the javelin quite well, and having won and become third in the district competition, he did actually go on to win the county champions that year. And soon after that, Emma decided that it was quite easy, so she could go as well. And I think all those throw-ins that she did must have had something to do with it, because if you've ever heard anyone saying somebody throws like a girl, then this girl can throw further than me. And the feeling of pride that you get when your child is standing at the top of the podium on a windswept, damp Mountbatten Stadium in Portsmouth with a gold medal round her neck and nobody else playing blind at this house. That is a moment of pride that stays with me now. But Emma's prowess with the javelin isn't really why I admired her athletics. Athletics is a team game, and you score points for all the disciplines that your team gets positions in. And so Emma decided to take up some other less popular disciplines, and in particular the discus and the shot, which are normally ascribed to some more muscular individuals. But with her determination, concentration and practice, she learned how to use her long arms and long legs to do what others did with pain-free falls. And that's what I admire most about my daughter. She doesn't choose the easy path. She sets herself a goal and puts the whole being into achieving it. Sorry, Mark. So, the groom. I've been told many times that when the daughter gets married, you're not losing a daughter, you're gaining a son. Another one. So I just hope this one's better behaved.
Okay, moving on. Stick to the script.
I'm fine. So Emma and Jez met in Jack's on a Tuesday night.
Thursday.
King night, was it? Just before Emma went to university. And there wasn't much time before Emma went away, so there was never really any opportunity there for a parental opinion to be offered on the new bookman boyfriend. Their romance blossomed while Emma was away in Southampton, and Jez used to go there quite regularly to see Emma. His dad used to drive him there. Apparently he had a really bad car accident and broke his hand. Well, with the handbrake anyway. We've had a lot of discussion in the family about when we first met Jez, and frankly, nobody knows. He seemed to appear one day, this fully formed boyfriend, like a ninja, in front of Crash Bandicoot. Or he might have been married as well. Although he did meet his match when Myra took the 10-pin bowling school, which took Jess and I many late nights to win. Jess's ninja skills continued after Emma graduated and came home to study for her teacher training. Apparently he did stay overnight occasionally, but never once did either of us meet the other one on the landing. So either he was silent as death, or he had better bladder control than me. Jez has written, not recently now, who wrote that? just moved on to train as a physiotherapist. Sports massage, this is physio.
You get massages from him.
Exactly. And it says, and you need volunteers to practice on it. So I can certainly tell you that he knows how to inflict pain with his thumbs. So I need to keep quiet about tuna shells. Jez's devotion to Emma is obvious obvious to everyone. They do everything together. They encourage each other, and throughout the lockdown, they have really cemented their relationship. The wonderful Joe Wicks video guys everyone has been talking about, but maybe losing weight after being measured for the wedding time. It's not the smartest move. At least my waistcoat still Every cloud.
Every waistcoat.
So, advice for married life. Oh, I missed a bit. Official? One more. Advice for married life. So I thought back to the advice I was given on my wedding day. And I thought my father-in-law's advice was not so good, because if you're asked to do a job, do it badly so you don't get asked to do it. So I thought the advice my father gave me, and realised he didn't really give me any, because he kind of lets me mess around on my own. But I did think back to advice from my dad when I was growing up, and we had a woodwork shed, a workbench in the garage, and I would often be out there making things together. And he'd always come and say to me, maybe twice, a couple once, no, you're correct, I'm not. But being an engineer, it was always about making sure that you made the right decision. Because with all the tools you've got in the tool shed, once you make the cut, there aren't any tools to put it back together again. So my advice to you really is take your time deciding what you're going to do, but then commit to it absolutely. And running around that a bit together 62 years. So it must be some good advice. So I'll be finding my wife.
I think it's okay that it's.
No, I've got it around. It's all right, it's fine. I will give you. You stand. Stand up, sit down. I will give you.
Cheers.
Thank you, everyone.
Cheers, guys.
Hi, Mum. Oh, she's there. Let's check number 2.
Too much then. I just thought I'd take a walk. Very nice. Very good.
Which you have all been waiting for.
Oh,
The murderer of the
What was it when you
Get the jacket on. Oh, get serious.
That was Saffron.
Most people take their jackets off when they get serious.
Voices. Hello. Welcome to the best male speech of the day. I'm not going to try and compete with Emma here. I just wanted to start by mentioning how lovely Emma looks in her dress, and also how lovely Leanne and Beverly and I think that's everyone's important today. Wait, no, sorry, there was one more person. I think I look pretty good. I tend to consider myself quite humorous. However, I know that due to COVID, you'll all be trying to contain your laughter a little bit. However, any possible spread, any lack of laughter during my speech due to COVID, not because my wife is right and I'm not. So about a week ago, Emma gave me some quite clear instructions on what this speech would be about. Those instructions were to make sure that the speech was all about her and Jeremy. So let me say that I'm not going to do that. As I'm sure you'd all like to know a bit about me first. Yeah, so My name's Mark. I'm funny. I'm in my 30s. I love games and food, and I grew up in a house full of strong women. I don't know if this is starting to remind you of anyone. So basically, when I met Jeremy, we had a on. That doesn't mean we immediately hit it off. My first memories of Jess included beating him at ball, then beating him at football, and beating him at pool again. I had one arm behind my back and beating him at something else. Being funnier and wittier than him. Beating him at tennis. Well, go on, you get it. You never say tennis be a second time.
Well, I can't play tennis.
So this is slightly stopped a bit now, so bear with me. Slowly over time, it became less about beating Jeremy at everything, more about just doing stuff or beating other people. After we've completely gotten rid of our competitiveness. So life starts to include more football, pool, games, making new friends. But over time, our activities expanded to include Emma. A few years back, I can't remember exactly how many, we started playing badminton regularly, and it's even got to the point where Jeremy and Emma win sometimes.
Not much.
We sometimes had some guests coming on as well. So we had my brother, we had Emma's two brothers joining in our weekly badminton matches. Those of you who know the Brodies, or are the Brodies, know they enjoy a good board or card game. And I like to feel that I've helped expand on Jess and Emma's repertoire during our games nights.
Yes.
Quite a big game fan myself. Basically, we've been through a lot. Alongside the badminton games, we've had dinner parties, my wedding. It's hard to believe, but Jess actually beat me at the lawn darts at my own wedding. I didn't hold that. I'm not sure how that happened. I think I might have been slightly distracted. When I got my first puppy, Jeremy and Emma came with me to take it to the vets. Now, it's actually my puppy's birthday in 4 days. I don't know if you know this, Emma, but Jeremy. Jeremy joked, at least I assume it was a joke, that next year they can do a joint anniversary and birthday party. You might want to check it. Now here we are, and you're with it. This is a toast and bet to get your glasses ready. My point is that although I'm here as Jeremy's best man, Emma, you've also become a friend, just as much as Jeremy is. And I can only say how lucky he is to have you. Jeremy, don't mess this up. So Jez and Emma. I'm not done. I can't finish my speech without talking about very traditional parts getting married, the stag do. Now at my stag do, Jeremy took part in shooting me with paintballs, embarrassing me in a restaurant to such an extent that I can no longer go back there, and covering me with eggs and baked beans, and putting me in very, very, very smelly bottled water.
Oh.
So when I was asked to be best man, my first thought, obviously, hey man. Fortunately, I'm nicer than that. I'm pretty sure that the worst thing that happened to Jeremy in his stag do was that Jamie got topless.
Here's a picture.
I'm sure I did. So something in chest, okay.
Yeah.
I'm alright
Well, we're talking about the worst thing that happened to Jeremy.
now.
As you can imagine, planning a COVID stag do was not easy, especially with rules changing all the time. Emma came up with quite a few suggestions, which I promptly ignored. In the end, we did a two-part stag do. Part one involved eating dinners and drinks. 2 hours later, I was able to amuse myself by providing Jeremy with shots of water, little sachets of salt, and some lemon, and watching him drink the water after he convinced it was tequila. Before driving home, before driving home and came up to his bed, you haven't guessed he was very, very drunk. So I can't take credit for that, so I was only buying water. Yeah. Fortunately, it was fairly early end of the evening, meant that Emma was still awake to the party. The next morning, drove to pick Jeremy up for part 2 of the stag do. Funnily enough, he looked a little tender that morning. But knowing Jez like I do, I tailored part 2 to one of his dominant traits, his competitiveness. As soon as he heard that there was a competition, he forgot all about being hungover. Yeah. So this next part, I need everyone to use their imagination a little bit. I want you to imagine a jungle rainforest with vines trailing down from the canopy, monkeys. Yes. Monkeys and snakes and other animals peering out from behind those vines. A watering hole with fish swimming in it. A campsite with sleeping bags and 5 intrepid explorers wearing brightly coloured animal print explorer hats. Jeremy opted for a dashing orange tiger, which I brought with me today. I'm not going to make you wear it, although somebody else wants to make Jeff wear it.
I'll wear it. I'll wear it.
At the campsite, our intrepid explorers were given clear instructions not to remove their hats, as they were needed to protect them from jungle spiders. Jez, how many times did your hat come off?
I took it off one. It fell.
So that's...
As you can see, it doesn't quite fit.
And what happened when your hat came off?
I was paralysed in 2 minutes.
There were also some friendly locals that visited the camp a few times, but being there, the intrepid explorers decided they didn't need to ask for directions to help them escape the jungle, and that they could work it out for themselves. After an hour and a half spent chasing down, inappropriately touching a monkey,
Oh, Julian.
I'd like to offer one final toast to Emma, Jeremy, all Freemans and Brodies, and what I'm sure will be a beautiful future.
Yes.
Thanks, Carol. Thank you, love you, bye, viewers.
Bye, viewers.
Bye.
Thanks a lot. See you tomorrow.
Text me tomorrow.
Come on, text me now.
Bye. Nice wave, everybody.
We've done
We
it.
did.
Done
We
it.
just
Done
did.
it.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Get out of here. Oh,